Welcome to another update. So this couple of weeks I was not online. As you saw, there was no videos because I was sick. I had a really bad throat issue, and so although I got a very deep voice and maybe that was quite sexy, coughing every 5 seconds was not so sexy, so I postponed the videos. Now in that couple of weeks some big things happened and some very big good things and some very big bad things happened. So let's go and check out the AIpollo from this week, and we can see that this week here we can see that the average of Mr. Guts, where I'm in, the compound and absolute are about 50%. So if you were there from May on, it would be 50%. But you can see here that this week actually closed with the 24% loss. So the safety got engaged, and yeah, it stopped all trades, closed them before it got any worse. And due to that, 25% of everything I had was kind of gone. So I'm gonna go and show you how that looks like. But overall, if you were still in from the beginning of Mr. Guts, you will still have 50% gain, so that's really good, 50% profit. All the other ones also all in the plus up until now. You can see that Mr. Carry, although that one usually is really safe, also had a little bump down, so that's unfortunate. And we can see here so that Mr. Egg and Mr. Joe Egg had small profits. And let's go into Mr. Guts. So Mr. Guts had a winning trade on the beginning of the week with the Euro New Zealand dollar. That was all good. Unfortunately, the next trade that happened with Euro New Zealand dollar went the opposite direction. The take profit moment was not initiated. It just didn't hit that mark, so it didn't close, and then it just went the other way, and yeah, then money was lost. Mr. Carey, he had two open trades, and I already saw the open trades and they were not looking great for the British pound and I forgot what this one, Swiss francs. And yeah, unfortunately the Bank of England did not change the rent, so the value kind of went the opposite way of what was expected, and due to that there was a total loss of 25% for that trade. But again, if you were still if you started in the 6th of June, like in June with Mr. Carey, you would still have 15.2%, so that's really good. Mr. Gold, he took a small profit, so and that's all good. He only traded at the beginning of the week, and the other thing he didn't trade at all. But okay, so let's go look at Mr. Guts and exactly what's happening there. So if we click on Mr. Guts, and you can choose it by going into here, bots and Mr. Guts, we can see here all the information about it. But what you can also do is click here on my FX book, and you can see a graph of all the trades that he did. And you can see here that in May it started with 0 profit, and at the end here where we are now, we are still at 56% profit if you compound. So compound profit, you just leave your money there, it will be 56. If you would take it out every time you win something, you will still have 50% profit, so that's pretty good. So but for me, unfortunately, because I got in late into, I kind of got in about here, end of July, into Mr. Guts. Yeah, I had 2 losses, and unfortunately for me, I am actually at a loss at this moment. So, but hey, trading is long term, is not usually short term. So I'm just gonna, but I'm gonna show you how exactly that looks. I'm going to log into ROBOFOREX and actually show you what that actually looks like with with the amount I had in my account. Now, if we look at the account history of last month, we did a whopping 818 euro on 6,500 euro. So that was really good, totally great. Unfortunately, if I was smart and I had so I had that deposit of 4.5k. If I was not greedy and I would just take the deposit back and just leave the profit as it was, and I had the 25% drop, I would still have earned some money. Unfortunately, I thought, oh, I'm just going to leave it just one more week. So what happens in one more week? So let's jump one forward, go to here, to this, and then if I press show, this happened. Whopping 1,655 euro. Yeah, that went poof. So unfortunately, so this is what happened because I had a large amount of money. If I had removed that 4.5k, that 25% would be much less, and I would still have profit at the end. Now, unfortunately, I have, if I go into open positions, there are no open positions, but you can see the balance at this moment. The balance at this moment is 51.57, and now I had to, unfortunately, allocate some money from another account to put in here, because that was borrowed money from the state that I had to give back. I already did. That's all done. But if I would remove that 4.5k now, I would be so low that I would never be able to win back the loss that I have. So now I had to allocate some money and have it here, some money that I didn't want to allocate for this. So not great at all. So, but on the other side, Binance and the Bitcoin, that is something going on there that is good as well. So let me log into Binance and come back right in a second. Okay, now in Binance, I logged in. If I go to the wallet and to overview, we can see that my total amount is at $11,000. So that's really good. That's nice. So the loss I had with the Forex, it's kind of made up a little bit here. So that's all good and dandy. But that was not what I wanted. Unfortunately, that's not good. So why is this happening? Because if we look at the Bitcoin at this moment, it is at $66,000 for one Bitcoin, and yeah, so it's almost at an all-time high. The all-time high from like it was last week. Let's see, just a one-day trade. So the all-time high was at almost 67, if I remember correctly. So we are almost hitting the all-time high. So what is this? So for the Bitcoin, I am up from last month 10%. For Forex, unfortunately, I am down 20% from the beginning. So I still think that this is a great product. If I wasn't greedy, if I had began from the beginning, I would still have 50%. One of the two bots that I find interesting is Mr. Carry. I still find that one is a very interesting bot, even though it had this year. It's still doing a nice profit. And you can see that the profit was very nice line, so that was really good. And Mr. Gold. Mr. Gold is also very interesting. It won't give you the highest reward per week, but the overall prognosis of what can do between 70% and 140%, so that's really good. And what's also very nice is that the worst case scenario, it will be -12 to -25%. So that is actually really good. That would be the average. So if it went really sour, you wouldn't lose that much, and yeah, that's also very good. But between 70 and 140, that's actually quite good, because if we go to Mr. Guts, where I am now, and we look at the possible gain is between 80 and 160, so it's not far off, and we can see that yeah, the margin for loss is significantly higher, but we can see already that we are at like almost 60%. So in the not so great scenario, we are almost there, and I suspect that it will be go higher and in the end of the year. So we only have half year, so it will go up and it'll still hit the 100, 110%. I think that will be way that will be possible. Okay, so in the next videos I will be more explaining what's happening and how this actually works. So if you guys want to know more about the trading and what Bitcoin is doing and Forex and other possible trades that you can do, like on stocks, I will be covering those in the future. So if you want to see more of that, then subscribe, and if you like the content, please just hit the like button, and see you on the next one. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only.